Frost, because, ladies and gentlemen, the thing with Sylvana is you just want to burst people down. So as soon as you see someone get hit with the Imperial Justice, you blow them up with the Blazing Duet. That's what I'm seeing for 10 Seconds Gaming Frost to at least make this work. Here we go. Game 1 in a best of 3. Let's begin. Let us commence. RSG versus 10 Seconds Gaming Frost from Singapore versus Japan.
Yep, the games have begun and the lane assignments have been set. It looks like Obuyan is going to be having to control this mid lane here to make sure that the rest of the team doesn't get a little too aggressive. With Jason and Sana in the mid lane, they clear it up really quick and make that rotation up towards that purple.
Early game, definitely going to give it over to RSG here. No doubt. Again, KZP going to bother LY4 here, but Sevnia able to help out and leash. Ooh, nice use of the Spiral Strangling, already taking away the incentive. Nice blow up there with the Concussive Blast. Really making Sheena work for the orange here.
Yeah, he just needs to make sure that Sevnia is going to be really, really low. And now Peko coming to respond to this. KCP, he doesn't really mind. As long as he's running in between rushes, he's just going to get a shield and naturally start regenerating up back to full. So he's at no real loss, especially considering that I'm guessing he's already bought the Wooden Mask at this point.
And I think that was a win. I think despite Sheena getting the orange, he made Sevnia go home. You see that? Sevnia already in the first minute of the game goes for the recall.
I mean, this is a very standard line of play for a lot of these teams. Luckily, it's only the supports that are getting affected by this, so if they go back into the base, they're at no real loss. The Wooden Mask kind of compensates them for going back to recall and Sing actually going for the trade against Koro for now, losing it out with, oh, that's a huge chunk.
Yep, I think at this point the Ruby is very sustainable. The Ruby can lifesteal, but not in 2 minutes time. Not like this, not so soon. So I love the pressure RG's putting, but hold up, Jason gets caught out. That's gonna be the Mountain Shocker set in. Oh, go retreat. Sevnia in trouble. KZP wailing away, does not have the power of wildness just yet. Still at level 2, and that was a close call.
Very close call as well. And remember, KZP didn't take Execute. He did actually take the Purify, making sure that he can get out of these really tight situations, especially when you have a Yin Yang overturn, you have the Imperial Justice, Cosmic Lance, sorry, as well as Peko, who could make the play with stuns.
Now starting up the turtle, the very first turtle of the game, LY4 helping Jason out, and relatively with no contest. I mean, I think that's what's so strong about the Hilda these days. Some people will argue, experts will say that Hilda has fallen off once joining Baksha and Jawhead in the upper echelons of tanks, but as we're seeing, like, she still has something that no other hero in the pool can do. Like, she can annoy people to death, she can get away with it, and when the stacks are on the power of wildness, like, that's scary, that's good damage.
Yeah, because again, with this composition coming in from RSG, their main objective is to have that information so they can kind of defend themselves against 10 Second Gaming Frost. They want to select their fights very carefully because again, they don't, in the early games, they're not that great, so they have to wait for that scaling, slow style of gameplay.
Already. That's going to be KCP stealing the orange away from Sheena. So that's it. The early choke happening. 3 minutes in. Sync, Sword Intent out of here. Pico putting him at quite low HP, about a fifth. And that's going to be a recall. Oh, Obuyan spots him out. Nice swap there.
Really nicely done. Really nicely done. And Sylvana on towards the top side here. Looks like they're going to look for the dive.
KCP picking a fight already. That's a 3v1. Just forcing him into the bush. I do believe that was a bait that just 10 Second Gaming Frost was not buying.
Yeah, I mean, good defense on RSG's side. They can kind of foretell what is going to happen. And it's great that they have KCP around because he can really face check these brushes in the early stages of the game.
Face check McGee. That's what we're calling him right now until fights happen. Because I do believe that in the end, that's why he chose Purify, is because he wants to be aggressive. In the end, he wants to join these fights and be a proactive damage dealer. So that's why even if you try to stun, and again, the Hilda catches these CCs, she'll be fine. Now, again, making another fight. Mountain Shocker being set in. Sevnia looking low. This might be first blood. Oh, able to catch the Cyclone Eye alongside using the ult, but Pico might be the next target. Oh, first blood onto Sheena. That's going to be Sync pulling it, and another fight is happening here in the purple side of the jungle. 10 Seconds Gaming Frost is in trouble. Koro is not going to get away here. Blood Ode. Sync gets the final blow in. And let's see, will Sheena lose his purple as well? That's going to be 2 buffs stolen away so early on, not even 5 minutes.
Yeah, and also Turtle. Oh, who's going to get it? Okay, I'm not entirely sure, but Obuyan tries to go for some big plays pace here. LY4 running just behind him. These short trades aren't exactly working out too well for 10 seconds Gaming Frost, especially since Sheena was caught out on that rotation towards the purple buff. That should not happen, and a great punish from RSG side.
And they converted with very little effort, if any, right? 3 for none. They grow the advantage, the lead in 2 minutes in just a blink of an eye. And the thing is, Turtle went over to RSG, so that's 2 for 2 already.
Yep, big wins all across the board. They did break a bottom tier 1 as well. 10 seconds Gaming Frost, again, not exactly the best early game, but they are only 2k behind at 6 minutes into the game. Not that big of a deal. They can easily come back with just a single team fight. So all in all, it doesn't hurt too much. It just means that RSG is going to scale just slightly faster.
10 seconds Gaming Frost have to work on this, and I do believe that's going to be a Mount Shocker. KCP looking for an engage. Not the best target. Lapu Lapu very chunky if we've learned anything from yesterday's games. Now, Sheena needs to play this safe. He does not have a purple, so he's not as fast on the uptake as he should be.
Yeah, and more importantly, RSG are now in towards the mid game where a lot of their heroes are going to be pretty relevant with their ultimates. So as long as they're just pressuring Sheena out of the jungle, making sure that he doesn't feel safe in every situation, forcing 10 Second Gaming actually to move towards the side that Sheena is going to farm it just to protect him early on.
That's another kind of funneling. That's an aggressive type of funneling where you're moving your opponents out of the way now. Instead, that's going to be Sync forcing the fight. Already there's going to be an engagement. Sync regrets this, almost completely sorted then out after surviving an Imperial Justice assault. Now from the back, LY4 pops the ode, cancels it. That's going to be KCP right in the middle of all of this. Has chosen his target. It's going to be Koro, and there's going to be the flow swap, and in the back, Sevnia is going to go down. Sync gets his revenge, while LY4 picks up the enchanted talisman, no longer going to be needing help with his mana.
See, now, I mean, RSG are making such good reads. They're going to go and try and steal this purple buff as well. Are they going to get it? Not entirely sure. Is the rest of Koro? Oh, nah, they were able to take it away. Nice thing, nice moves coming in from Jason.
Yep, I think he did use Retribution there, so it is what you need to do. And yeah, here we go. Main artery about to open up.
This is not looking good for 10 seconds Gaming Frost. It's not like they are falling too far behind. It's the fact that they're losing a lot of pressure on the map because RSG is coordinating their team to force 10 seconds Gaming to stay in certain areas of the match which they can telegraph very easily. And once they have that kind of information, they can start selecting places on the map to fight.
Yep. Imperial Justice here started off with a hook. Sync is not gonna get away. There's not enough hold. Pico goes ahead and pops the ult flicker in. He might regret it. That's going to be Sana taking him out with a dispersion and rotation. And it looks like 10 Second Gaming Frost just regret this whole engagement right now. Mountain Shocker pinning people down. Sevnia. Sheena goes for the Blazing Duet, but there's just not enough damage. He goes ahead, Battle Mirror Image out, but Jason catches him with a stray arrow. And Koro from underneath survives, but just barely. They are gonna change their targets and now go for the push.
Some really good play coming in from Sana. He has clutch saved 2 times and making sure that Jason can pick up those kills, putting a lot of people to 1 HP, so that's an easy execute with the Mountain Shocker.
I'm loving how Sync is baiting. This reminds me of a lot of the vendettas we saw yesterday, wherein if you're not juking running away, you're juking to just force people into your whole team's just clashing wherein you're ahead. Alright, so 10 Seconds Gaming Frost, they haven't gotten a single kill, and it's because of how KZP and Sync have been doing just exactly that.
Yeah, and I mean, they're getting even more aggressive now. Now RSG really ramping up, putting a foot on the gas as they've already locked down KZP, but the fight's about to go.
Here we go. In is Sync. Mountain Shocker once more to pin him down. LY4 in the face of Obuyan. And you know what? Even if they don't actually just escalate to a full team fight, this is once more another choke, another steal on the purple.
Yeah, I mean, 10 Seconds Gaming, they are looking for picks here. They don't necessarily want to go into a full team fight. They know they can't win the entire team fight unless they have an advantage on their side of the map. So unless they can force something, RSG can play defensively and just slowly macro them out. And this is very different because, again, we saw their average kills, 17. That's a big number. But now, 9 minutes into the game, 6 kills at 9 minutes. They are not trying to go for that fiesta. They're just trying to play slow and controlled.
Nickel and diming 10 Seconds Gaming Frost so far, and boy oh boy has it been paying off. Man, they're up 7k. RSG is up 7K, and they look to grow this once more. KZP in the middle of all of this. Jason pushing the turret down bottom. That's less damage. And Sevnia using the Imperial Justice to get away. 10 Seconds Gaming Frost, one thing we can say, at least that's good for them, is they know that they should not be biting.
Yeah, and 10 Seconds Gaming Frost just forced to back away. Sevnia has been trying really hard with those Imperial Justice. You have to give him props for that. But the rest of the team of RSG making sure that they aren't making the same mistakes they did in the group stages, being very wary here of all the movements that 10 Seconds Gaming Frost have made thus far.
Must note the amazing deficit that 10 Seconds Gaming Frost has when it comes to vision and engagement range. Like, yes, you have battle mirror image, but a lot of them are going to be blind. As compared to RSG, who just sees almost everything. Like, they got CCTV on the whole land of Dawn, man.
Yeah.
Because, look, you have Sana with the diversion, you have the Mountain Shocker, and you have KZP just willy-nilly walking into bushes. He doesn't care.
Yeah, I mean, they are doing such a great job. This is a full-on fight.
Oh no, here we go. Is that going to be a rotation? Sana solo jumps in, and Sevnia once more looking low. Oh, from the back, Sheena tries to help out with a defensive blazing duet. They're able to push back, but if anything here, I think RSG is just pushing them away so that they can slowly march towards the Lord.
Yep, this is a stranglehold at this point. They don't necessarily care. Oh yeah, fight all you want. As long as you don't take any of our members down, we will gain pressure over the map. And RSG just macroing out 10 Seconds Gaming Frost here, knowing that they have such a lead and they are just bullying them out of the map itself.
There's going to be a rotation here by Sana from all the way back. The range of the spells of this Luo Yi now reminds me once more, ever since her release, she has seen a renaissance and just reminds us of why she should be banned. Mountain Shocker, just to make sure, secures the Lord here is Jason, and that's going to enhance all of the siege minions on the side of RSG. All of those wagons are going to hurt now, so it's just a matter of, yes, nickel and diming, finding these little kills, not even going into 5v5s, and managing the waves. And next thing you know, 10S is penetrated.
Yeah, I mean, Sana and LY4 are both taking Winter Truncheons, very defensive items. Most of the time you would expect to see it, third item purchase for a lot of these mages, but RSG, they know we're really far ahead. We can't afford a death. As long as we play defensively, we will win.
Yeah, and that just shows, right? Like, RSG is way ahead now, but they are just being very disciplined. They're showing us that, all right, we know we're winning, but we will still have our priorities straight. Is because all the damage is coming from Jason. A lot of it is coming from Sync as well. And now look at this, a jump in by Sevnia. Oh, regrets it immediately as well. There's going to be the Mountain Shocker as Lord wails down on bottom. That's Koro taken out by LY4. Sheena blazing the wet for his life. He's able to survive, but for how long? Into the back, Pico able to just get some heals in time to survive. It's currently 4 defenders. KZP looking low, looking for a bush. LY4 still in here, and I think the coast is clear.
Yep, LY4 just waiting for that flowing blood to get over the flowing blood to get over the wall, and they've cracked open the inhibitor. Now they have to wait for the next Lord as 10 Seconds Gaming at this point of time is 12k behind. RSG, this could be the moment they could force the fight, and that's what it looks like they want to do.
Yep, and they keep just pushing Sheena back. This is his own base, and if he's not at home, if he's not comfortable in his own skin, then all the more that's the worst for a jungler. That's the worst for a core. But one thing we can say is this game has been super disciplined. Again, man, we're approaching 14 minutes now, and it's still just 7-0. 7-0.
7-0. This is the worst kind of domination, because it's not that 10 Seconds Gaming isn't making any moves or they're just letting it slip out of their hand. It's the fact that RSG is acting as this brick wall where every mistake you have made thus far, every time you force the play, it is just going to be punished and punished and punished and punished. RSG not even having to force anything out of 10 Seconds Gaming, just let them fall into your hands, and now with such a fat lead, they can start saying, hey, we can force anything we want.
Exactly. It feels like a Cold War, and now it looks like they're biting. Sevnia here caught out. Oh, the damage is real. Oh, she's gonna survive though. All right, so this is one of those times wherein you're glad you picked up Concussive Blast because you have a little extra damage. Oh, sorry, a little extra defense. But now it looks like they're gonna force the issue. In comes RSG. We want this turret. We want some lives. We want to end it right now. Pico goes ahead and gets a few hits, but will survive nonetheless. Still 5 defenders in the base. That's going to be Koro taking a chunk of damage. LY4 gets him, and right now there's only 4 left. Sheena with the blazing duet. Battle mirror image out back into his base. Pico go now. Down. That's going to be 3 left. Oh, 5 still alive for RSG, and they're smelling blood, man. There's a good wave coming up top. There is still a wagon in mid. Down bottom, they're marching in as well. Sheena looking low. That's going to be it. Mountain Shocker just to make sure that's game 1 taken here by RSG. 14 minutes, 45 seconds.
They could smell it. They could smell it. And they wanted to go for the throat. They went for it, and they got the jugular. That was some masterclass